I'm here today in historic Colonial Williamsburg, Virginia, with a local expert, as you can see, dressed up in a historic costume. Nice to meet you. And you've just been very helpful in telling me what this building is behind us here. Maybe if we can have a peek here.
Sure. Move out of the traffic.
Yes, absolutely.
We'll stand right over there.
That's great, yes.
Right, and the building that you're coming up to is the original Gunpowder magazine here in Williamsburg from 1715. Now it's still doing the exact same thing it's done all that time. It still stores, well, antique firearms, melee weapons, gunpowder, artillery, mortars, pipe, drum. If you can name it for a battle in the 1700s, we still have it.
You still have it.
And we actually use a number of reproduction ones as well for our interpretive property. Now, was there any other curiosities you had about the building?
Yeah, and actually you're standing in front of another building too that's framing you so beautifully.
Right.
What is this building on the other side of the street?
That building over there is a place you would hope that you didn't have to go to often. That is the original county courthouse from 1771.
Okay.
And think about it like this, a misdemeanor offense or a petty criminal offense today, that is what you'd go there for.
Okay.
Whereas if you're guilty of a capital offense or a felony today, it would be down at the Capitol building and the governor would be your judge.
So the more serious stuff is down at the end of the road.
And actually if you pan over a little bit, you can see over here you've got the pillories for your head and your hands.
Yeah, exactly.
And then the stocks for your feet.
Oh, Lord.
And the whipping post set up with the stocks.
A whipping post, too.
Now, and I don't know how many people will view your footage, but if anybody that has children views this, or any children who have parents view this, if you are a boy and you are not 21 years old, you're not an adult. Which means if you get in trouble with the law, your dad is the one that gets punished.
Oh, really?
Same as said for women or girls, if they're not 18, they're not adults. If they get in trouble, dad gets punished.
Really?
So you can imagine dad having to get whipped for his children's actions.
No kidding.
And how much trouble they might be when he gets home.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. But you could really play some nasty tricks on your parents that way.
You really could. Unfortunately, I mean, this is a time period where the last thing you want to do is be, like, disowned. Yeah,
I would imagine so.
We're still just thinking about surviving. We're not even marriage in this time period isn't really about love and commitment as much as it's about survival and offspring.
Exactly, makes sense. It was a tough time at that time. Now, you're wearing an interesting costume. What kind of person would have worn this type of outfit?
Oh, dear me. Well, for that, I'm going to have to unbutton the coat. Because anybody could wear the coat that could afford it. Okay. Not necessarily would you see a coat on somebody of renown. The cloaks are a bit more for the wealthy. Okay. Coats are just, in my opinion, a little warmer and a little more feasible. And they function a lot better. Yes. I'm actually more or less dressed like many people here in the town. You've got a waistcoat with a vest. Of course, a vest is kind of the French term for it, so in English we don't want to mention that. So you've got your waistcoat, which is just your practical coverall. As a matter of fact, here in the magazine, to kind of reiterate, with the waistcoat, if you didn't have one, when you see letters about Washington's army being naked in the field, it means they didn't have waistcoats on. Oh, and you call them waistcoats? Well, waistcoats. Waistcoat, waistcoat. Okay, that's cool. My little Irish bit. Yeah. We can blame Mother for that. Okay. Then you've got my shirt. Yeah, the puffy shirt. Puffy, well, I mean, it's just rolled up. The shirt is just an all-purpose shirt. It's like a shirt today. You don't wear it for anything special except to cover up. Okay. Of course, my shirt's also the undergarment. Okay. There won't be anything really built. Dear me, what's wrong? Oh, you're having a hard time finding your way, A wardrobe malfunction. Yeah, you know what? Could be worse. We've seen worse wardrobe malfunctions recently. Now, and your waistcoat has a funny kind of a tail thing in the back. Yeah. The two little tippy things. Well, the idea with this little number, it's really just to cover up the back of the shirt. Okay, and again, that's what that is for. And I mean, I don't mean to be droll. Yeah. But there's a lot of extra material back here. It's not because I don't eat, because I love food. Yeah. But trousers, like jeans today, you've got extra material in your thighs. We don't. No. No. This is so that I can sit down, or else they'll rip right up.
Okay.
It's actually a worse malfunction to have.
Yeah,
clothing.
that would not be very nice.
No. And trousers aren't really something that you would see people wearing, again, who had money. Trousers are functioning for tradesmen and for farmers. They're more practical. Whereas if I was wearing breeches, they would taper at the knee, and I would have stockings pulled up.
Oh, that was more of an upper class type of garment?
Yeah, I mean, more people have breeches than just the upper class. But I mean, think about it. If you're a blacksmith, you're dealing with that hot environment, you probably want as much stuff between your skin and a hot coal or a hot piece of iron as possible.
For sure.
So a stocking's not going to do it. And of course, my clothing is still made out of muslin cloth.
Muslin, okay. Yeah, it's an interesting garment, or cloth.
It's a lot of flax is what it is.
Flax.
Linen for the waistcoat.
Yes.
And then my shirt is linen as well.
So no cotton at all?
Well, we have cotton. It's pretty much just as expensive as silk.
So cotton was more expensive in the 1700s?
Right, because it's being imported from Egypt.
Oh, so this was before the cotton picking south, basically.
Yeah, we don't have the cotton gin yet.
Oh, okay.
And we can't really even figure out how to grow it.
Yeah.
Our #1 crop here is tobacco.
Okay.
So if you have like a small farm...
look, somebody's coming here. Nicely dressed up.
Yeah, he's in one of his regimental uniforms.
Beautiful and so colorful. Wow. He would be a soldier?
Yes.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, he'd be a commissioned soldier. He's dressed up better than the militia.
Okay.
If I was in my proper militia uniform, I would just have a hunting shirt on over top of this as well.
Wow.
And then the last part of the costume is really the shoes.
The lovely shoes. Yes, I'm in the sun here. Yeah.
And pretty much
those are cool.
Most shoes, especially these in particular, are about 13 pieces of leather.
13 pieces of leather, wow.
And then the buckles are separate at cost. You can buy any buckle you want, or if you can't afford a buckle, you can get some of those cheap lacing shoes.
Okay. So the lacing shoes are the cheap ones then?
They are. And of course, women do not typically wear leather shoes. Their shoes are made of cloth, quilted material, so they can express more of a fashionable note. Okay. Very interesting. Well, thank you so much for your great introduction. Perfect.